Good morning. Thank you all for coming out on such short notice this morning, in this cool morning. Today's event will be very, very brief. At a later date, the board and the tennis committee and staff will be planning a grand opening so that the entire community can see and enjoy this beautiful new tennis court. This could never have happened without the hard work of an awful lot of people, past and present. And then later on, we'll hear from Serge about how the original court came about. But this has been a long, hard road. We had hoped to have this done July. Unfortunately, the county doesn't work as fast as we would like them to work. And so as soon as we heard, we decided to get this open as quickly as possible so that our great tennis players here at Seven Lake can get on these new courts. But I'm not going to thank all the people I should thank today. That'll come at the grand opening. But I think most of you know the people who are standing here. Because of a mess up on my part, we only have 4 board members here today. We've got Jerry Colahan, Linda Keys, myself, and Al Washburn. We have the chair of the tennis committee, Serge Landis. We also have Steve Daly, and we have Janet. And so, did I give everybody? I'm sorry, I left out the most important man, Henry. I'm used to it. but certainly, this is, and I'm sorry I left out the person that keeps this going all the time. Bruce Zergut, our staff. You know, we've had people, Steve Daly dogged this thing from day one. And so, you know, and Al Washburn is the board liaison to the committee. He was there at all those meetings. And so we can't thank enough people. And we never want to forget the people who came before us, the boards, the tennis players. Those are the folks that make Seven Lakes what it is today. And hopefully in the future, we're going to remodel that area over on the other side to make that also beautiful. But we're going to need your support in order to do that because it costs money. So at this time, let's move on, and I'm going to cut this with Al, the ribbon. Takes 2 persons to cut it. Are you ready? Thank you, and now I'm going to turn it over to Serge.
Thank you, Carl. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm sure you'd rather be there getting on the courts, getting warmed up this morning than standing there, so I'll try to be brief. I wrote a couple of comments down, and permit me to read them because I forget. I'm a bit nervous. I probably would forget some of the stuff. But anyway, it is said that the past is often a key stepping stone for many future accomplishments. What we see here today is the result of the vision and dedication of a number of our colleagues, as Carl aptly mentioned, and we'll be talking about those people later on at the official opening. However, I'd like to say that these courts are also a testament to the hard work of those individuals who in the past implemented our tennis program and infrastructure here at Seven Lakes. Some of them are not with us anymore, some of them are here, and I think you can't really know where you're going without being aware of your past. So one such individual was Jim Kirchhoff, in whose memory our tennis courts were named. Jim was a well-respected engineer and tennis player who was a key leader in the establishment of our tennis program and the construction of our initial 2 courts here at Seven Lakes. He also planned and spearheaded the project which added courts 3 and 4. Jim passed away in December 2003, and many of us never had the pleasure of meeting him. However, we have someone here this morning who knew him well, and I'd like to invite Gene Majeski to say a few words in the memory of his good friend.
Thank you. Jim was, as he said, an engineer, but he also was a very aggressive doer. And one of the things that happened while they were talking about this was a delay on the all-powerful water management. I don't know what the hell the name is. And they would only communicate by emails, and it takes a second to get there, but weeks to get back. And this went on.
Come closer, Gene. They can't hear you.
Well, what happened finally is he got annoyed and asked me to go with him to visit the all-powerful water commissions. They would not let us in. However, he barged in, saw the head guy at the desk, interrupted him, threw down some specs, and for the next half hour sold him. And he signed off the papers, and they started work within a couple of days. He didn't talk, he did. He was a great, great man. We miss him.
Thank you, Gene. Jim Kirkhoff Jr. is also with us today, representing the Kirkhoff family. Pardon? Daughter Michelle. Oh, his daughter Michelle? Okay. I would like to invite him to come forward and have because we have a special gift for him in the honor of his father. Jim, this is the original sign that was posted at the entrance to our tennis courts. It is my pleasure to present it to you as a memento of your dad's accomplishments. Thank you. Want to say a few words?
Yeah, just real quick. Thank you, everyone, for this. Dad left this place, and big thank you to Gene for putting together my dad's memorial after he passed away. It was really devastating for us. He went way too soon, and he would love to be here right now, and he is. And these courts were almost his home. And the last time my wife and I were here, we went to the board meeting, and there was something about the tennis courts on the board agenda. We're like, God, we got to check that out. What's going on? And they kind of skipped through it, and they said, well, the whole thing's done now, so let's not worry about it. So I stood up and said, well, worry about what? What's going on? And somebody passed away, and they wanted their ashes spread on the court. And that was just an honor to us to think that after all that hard work that you guys did, that somebody would want their final resting place to be here. So thank you guys for keeping it going. Thank you just very much, and from me and the rest of our family. And thank you, Gene, and all you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jim. I'd like to point out, for those of you who are wondering, what is going to replace the sign. The sign is going to be replaced by a paver, and you have 3 pavers here, which are strategically posted here, and they're not engraved, but one of them will be engraved, and it will say, Engineer, Leader, Friend, Jim Kirkhoff. Okay, did you want to say a few more words?
No, just thank you all and enjoy tennis. Have a great time here. Extremely proud for all the board that we could get this done. It takes an awful lot of time sometimes and a lot of hard work. and it begins with people like Jim Kirkhoff. So thank you.
Good luck, white
You wanna
team
say
today.
something?
All I want to say is there's no pressure on the white team today, but I didn't want to bring that up, but I would say if it was me about 8:30, the white team ought to be practicing right now probably. So just no pressure, but good luck. Take them on.
Thank you. And we can take a look. If you want to come down there and look, feel free to do that. The courts are open. The courts are open.
Where's your racket? Where's your racket? There was no racket.